Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 7. There was no part of mathematics he touched that he didn't deepen. These words from a fellow scholar capture the spirit of Peter Lax, a man whose brilliance reshaped modern science and whose humility earned him countless admirers across the globe. Peter Lax passed away peacefully at the age of 99. A towering figure in mathematics, he left behind a legacy built not only on groundbreaking research, but also on mentorship, resilience, and joy for discovery. Fleeing Europe as a teenager during a time of great turmoil, Lax arrived in the United States as a refugee. Within years, he was contributing to the Manhattan Project, all before completing his PhD. From there, his career soared. At the Current Institute in New York, Lax became a guide to generations of scholars. His name is etched into the foundation of many fields, from fluid dynamics to shock waves, from solitons to numerical computing. The Lax-Milgram theorem, Lax equivalence theorem, and Lax-Friedrichs method are just a few of the contributions that shaped mathematics for decades to come. In the 1970s, his introduction of Lax pairs transformed the study of solitons, a breakthrough that still echoes in physics and applied math today. He wasn't just discovering mathematics, he was reinventing the way it could be used. Among his many honors, Lax received the Abel Prize, one of the most prestigious in mathematics. The citation praised his groundbreaking contributions that bridged pure theory and practical computation. He also received the National Medal of Science and the Wolf Prize, among others. But beyond the awards and published formulas, Peter Lax was known for his warmth. He mentored over 50 PhD students and inspired many more. His humble approach and clear love for mathematics brought light into every classroom and lecture hall he entered. His passing, following a natural decline in health, marks the end of a remarkable era. But his ideas live on, in the theories he built, in the students he taught, and in the lives he touched. Peter made everything seem possible, said one former student. He believed in people as much as he believed in mathematics. Tributes to Peter Lax. Number 6. Football has been better served than most sports with grown-up fiction. All of it from Brian Glanville, wrote journalist Simon Barnes. It's hard to sum up a life so full of stories, but those words come close. Brian Glanville, who has passed away at the age of 93, spent over 8 decades shaping the way we see football. Through his sharp eye, beautiful prose, and unwavering honesty, he changed the way we wrote about the game, and the way we thought about it. He was just a teenager when he began his writing career, ghostwriting the autobiography of his childhood hero. That spark never faded. From there, he journeyed through press boxes around the world, becoming a fixture in major newspapers in both the UK and Italy. He called Florence and Rome home but remained forever tied to the rhythms of English football. His achievements stretched far beyond the printed page. His screenplay for Goal, the official film of the 1966 World Cup, won a BAFTA. His novels earned him literary praise, and the story of the World Cup became a Bible for football fans, updated across generations. Few knew the sport better, or wrote it better. Brian didn't follow the crowd. He had his own view, often sharp-edged, always deeply felt. A lifelong Arsenal supporter, he was fiercely honest in his commentary. Even when it wasn't popular, he said what needed to be said. That made him stand out. That made him trusted. He also built community. From the pages of the Sunday Times to the grass of amateur matches, he brought people together, journalists, artists, athletes. With the Chelsea Casuals, a team of unlikely friends and talent, He reminded everyone that football is as much about people as it is about goals. He passed away peacefully after a long life of dedication, insight, and love for the game. Tributes have come from across the football world. Many remember his brilliant mind, others his generosity. Everyone remembers the voice that guided them through decades of football history. Brian Glanville leaves us with words that continue to inspire, and with a vision of the sport that is clear, passionate, and timeless. Tributes to Brian Glanville. Number 5. Her forcefulness, imagination, initiative, endurance, and charm. These were the words used by longtime friend Karl Otto Verkelid to describe Marianne Bernadotte. And for all who knew her or admired her from afar, those qualities ring true. Marianne Bernadotte passed away peacefully in Stockholm at the age of 100. As Sweden's longest-living royal family member, she leaves behind a remarkable legacy of art, philanthropy, and quiet strength. She began her life in Helsingborg with a passion for the stage, eventually studying at the Royal Dramatic Theatre School. Her early performances at Dramaten placed her alongside legends like Ingmar Bergman and Alf Sjöberg. On screen, she brought grace to beloved Swedish films like Kula Gula and Ett Daghem. Yet for all her artistic accomplishments, Marianne's second chapter may be even more impactful. Her 1961 marriage to Sigvard Bernadotte, son of King Gustav VI Adolf, connected her to generations of European royalty. From that point, her focus turned to service and advocacy. She co-founded the Sigvard and Marianne Bernadotte Research Foundation for Children Eye Care, a cause that remained close to her heart for decades. Even after her husband's passing in 2002, she continued their joint mission, supporting research in childhood vision, dyslexia, and physical disabilities. Marianne's pursuit of knowledge never stopped. Earning a university degree in art history in her late 50s, she served with elegance at Nordiska Kompaniet, later representing Sotheby's worldwide. She was honored not only for her royal ties but for her commitment to the arts and medical research. At her 100th birthday, she was celebrated not just as a princess or actress, but as a woman whose grace and determination inspired people across generations. She is survived by her 3 children and the many foundations and projects that still carry her name. As tributes continue to pour in, her legacy is clear. In the children given hope, the artists encouraged, and the worlds she bridged with intelligence and warmth. Tributes to Marianne Bernadotte. Number 4. He knew how to smuggle truth into drama, said director Paul Verhoeven, reflecting on decades of collaboration with Gerard Soeteman. Every script invited reflection. Remembered as the soul of Dutch screenwriting, Gerard Soeteman passed away peacefully at the age of 88. Known for crafting stories that entertained, challenged, and moved audiences, his words helped define generations of Dutch cinema. From his early work on the television series Floris to the Oscar-winning adapted screenplay of The Assault, Soeteman's influence spanned borders and genres. His partnership with Paul Verhoeven produced some of the nation's most iconic films. Turkish Delight, Soldier of Orange, and Black Book are just a few titles that bear his unmistakable signature. A gifted storyteller, he wrote not only powerful screenplays, but also scripted over 60 documentaries and contributed to comic books and television dramas. His work often addressed injustice and history with boldness and grace. Through the emotional weight of his narratives, he drove conversations well beyond the screen. His one directorial work, Debunker, told the story of wartime resistance with courage and clarity. But even off-screen, Gerard made a lasting difference. Some of his documentaries inspired real acts of charity and awareness. He once said his stories were like croquettes with hidden fishhooks, easily digested but with something sharp beneath the surface. Colleagues admired his intellect, his empathy, and his ability to find meaning in conflict. His storytelling earned him the Gouden Kalf for film culture, and earlier the Edmund Hustings Prize, recognition for a career that shaped modern Dutch cinema. Gerard passed away from natural causes, surrounded by the family whose names remain private. The details of his memorial have yet to be shared. Though he's no longer with us, his characters, his dialogues, and his vision live on. His screenplays remain timeless, still studied, still watched, still felt. In the words of a colleague, "You couldn't watch a Gerard Soeteman film and leave untouched." Tributes to Gerard Soeteman. Number 3. An intelligent and peaceful man filled with dignity, with a precise magic foot. These were the words used by a former teammate to describe Emmanuel Kundé, words that now echo across the footballing world in remembrance. Emmanuel Kundé, Cameroon's legendary defender and midfield general, passed away at the age of 68 after a brief illness. His legacy is written not only in goals and caps, but in the pride of a continent. Kunde was the heartbeat of the indomitable Lions during some of their most glorious years. He played a key role in 2 Africa Cup of Nations wins and represented his nation in 2 World Cups. It was in the 1990 tournament where he became a national hero, calmly scoring a penalty against England to help Cameroon make history as the first African side to reach the quarterfinals. A master of composure and accuracy, Kunde had the rare quality of turning defense into attack. Though best known for his tackling and command of the field, he often stepped up in crucial moments, not just stopping goals, but scoring them. In the 1988 Africa Cup of Nations final, it was his winning penalty against Nigeria that sealed continental glory for Cameroon. At club level, he became a legend with Caen and Yaoundé, and later took his talents to France with Reims and Laval. His football journey was long and illuminating, spanning over 15 years and earning him 127 international caps, making him Cameroon's 5th most capped player. After hanging up his boots, Kunde remained close to the game. As a coach, he guided clubs like US Batam to multiple trophy wins and nurtured young talent with the same passion he showed on the pitch. Those who knew him speak of his strength, humility, and sharp football mind. Journalist Osasu Obayuwana remarked that Kunde's mix of intelligence and physical presence made him a nightmare for any striker. Cameroon mourns one of its greatest sons. Football, especially African football, owes much to Emmanuel Kundé. He may have worn the number 6, but to many, he'll always be number 1 in heart. Tributes to Emmanuel Kundé. Number 2. A true actress leaves behind a voice that continues to speak through silence. These words, once shared by an Italian film critic, ring especially true as we remember Federica Ranchi. She passed away peacefully at 86. Though the world has lost her gentle presence, her spirit lives on in the remarkable characters she brought to life. Federica Ranchi captivated audiences in a time when Italian cinema was redefining itself. Rising to fame with The Wide Blue Road and Estate Violenta, she shaped the landscape of post-war European film. Whether portraying wounded hearts or quiet heroines, her performances always felt deeply human. Discovered as a teenager through a ballet photo in Trieste, her journey began almost by chance. But it didn't take long before the industry saw there was nothing accidental about her talent. She went on to work with some of Italian cinema's most visionary directors, including Gillo Pontecorvo and Valerio Zerlini. Her work in films like Devil's Cavaliers and Women of Devil's Island blended grace with emotional complexity. She gave voice to women written between the margins, gentle, thoughtful, aching to be heard. Off-screen, she carried the same humility and kindness that made her on-screen presence so enduring. At just 24, when many artists chase the height of fame, Federica chose love and life away from the spotlight. She turned down a major contract with Dino De Laurentiis to begin a quiet new chapter with her husband, a Greek shipowner. It was a personal decision that defined her as much as any role. She later became a cherished grandmother to actress and fitness model Flavia Scoifo, inspiring yet another generation in the arts. To many younger performers, her story is proof that great talent speaks softly and still moves mountains. Director Claudio Marchesi once said, "Federica brought silence into a scene like it was written dialogue. She let you feel everything without saying a word." Her passing has left a space in Italian cinema that cannot be filled. But her legacy remains, in her films, in the memories of her fans, and in the hearts of those she inspired. Tributes to Federica Ranchi. What's trending on the internet? News 1. The dangers of bodybuilding shortcuts were highlighted this week in a sobering reminder about steroid use. While many fitness enthusiasts seek ways to enhance their performance and physique, some methods come with severe consequences. Anabolic steroids might promise quick muscle gains, but they carry serious health risks including liver damage, mood disorders, hormonal imbalances, and cardiovascular issues. These substances are both illegal and dangerous, leading many to seek safer alternatives. Companies like Crazy Bulk have developed legal steroid alternatives designed to support natural muscle growth without the harmful side effects. These supplements use plant extracts, amino acids, and minerals to stimulate hormonal responses naturally, helping with both bulking and cutting cycles. For those dedicated to fitness goals, patience and natural approaches remain the safest path forward. Remember that sustainable results come from consistent training, proper nutrition, and recovery, not shortcuts that put your health at risk. The bodybuilding community continues to advocate for awareness around these issues, emphasizing that long-term health should never be sacrificed for short-term aesthetic gains. Stay safe, train smart, and prioritize your well-being on your fitness journey. News 2. A Michigan woman has been sentenced to 25 to 50 years in prison after a tragic drunk driving incident that claimed the lives of two young siblings at a children's birthday party last year. Marcella Chittister, 67, received her sentence on Thursday, May 15th, after being convicted of second-degree murder for the April 2024 crash at the Swan Boat Club in Berlin Township, Michigan. 8-year-old Alana Phillips and her 4-year-old brother Zane lost their lives when Chittister crashed her SUV into the private venue during a children's party. The incident also left 15 others injured, including the children's mother. During the emotional sentencing hearing, both parents addressed the court through tears. Brian Phillips expressed the daily struggle of waking up knowing his children are gone, while Mariah Dodd spoke of the immense pain of missing her children's smiles and touch. "I was their protector, and I should not have to feel like I failed them because of someone's poor choices," Dodds told the court. Chittister, who was also convicted of operating while intoxicated causing death and serious injury, spoke during her sentencing, saying, "I am so very sorry," and I never ever meant to come across as not being sorrowful. She asked the families for forgiveness. The judge emphasized that this wasn't just an accident, it was a crime, as he delivered the sentence that will likely amount to a life term for the 67-year-old defendant. The Monroe County community has rallied around the victims' families since this heartbreaking event, showing how people can come together to support one another, even through the darkest of tragedies. News 3. On a somber morning in Brooklyn, the running community came together for the annual Brooklyn Half Marathon, an event that draws thousands and celebrates the spirit of endurance and camaraderie. During today's race, a 31-year-old runner experienced a sudden medical emergency about 8 miles into the course along Ocean Parkway. Medical teams responded immediately and he was taken to Maimonides Medical Center, but tragically he did not survive. This was his very first race with the New York Road Runners, a milestone that should be a moment of celebration. The running community, organizers, and all who love this sport are sending their heartfelt thoughts and deepest condolences to his family, friends, and loved ones. Even though his journey was cut short, his determination and courage in taking on such a challenge will be warmly remembered. Today we honor his spirit, and the running family stands together, cherishing the memory of those who find joy in every step along the course. News 4. At 76 years old, fashion icon Vera Wang continues to defy expectations about aging and retirement. The legendary designer, who will celebrate another birthday next month on June 27th, remains steadfast in her commitment to her work, joining the ranks of other notable figures who choose to stay active in their golden years. I believe I'm following in the footsteps of Warren Buffett and Queen Elizabeth II. Wang has shared about her decision to keep working. I'll keep pushing forward because I feel I'm at my best. Her remarkable journey in fashion began after a career in figure skating, when she joined Vogue magazine as an editor, eventually becoming the youngest editor at the prestigious publication. After 17 years at Vogue and a stint at Ralph Lauren, Wang opened her own bridal boutique at the Carlyle Hotel in New York City in 1990, at the age of 40. What started as a singular boutique has since expanded into a global empire encompassing fragrances, jewelry, and homeware. Wang's designs have adorned numerous celebrities on their special days, including Victoria Beckham, Chelsea Clinton, and Kim Kardashian. Her talents extend beyond bridal wear. She's also designed costumes for Olympic figure skaters like Nancy Kerrigan, Michelle Kwan, and Nathan Chen. Despite selling her namesake company in 2024 after 35 years in business, Wang's influence in the fashion world remains undimmed. Her decision to continue working reflects a growing trend among older Americans, with research showing that 1 in 5 Americans over 65 were employed in 2023, significantly more than 35 years ago. Wang's inspiring career reminds us all that passion and creativity have no expiration date, proving that life's most beautiful designs can come at any age. News 5. A family in Wichita is mourning the loss of their 13-year-old son who tragically passed away after sustaining a brain injury during a basketball tournament. Shamar Jefferson, who was passionate about basketball, collapsed during a game when he experienced head pain and blurry vision. The incident occurred in mid-April when Shamar was playing in a local basketball tournament. After coming out of the game complaining of head pain and blurred vision, he initially passed a concussion test but later collapsed and began having seizures. Quick-thinking parents at the event provided immediate assistance before medical help arrived. Shamar was rushed to Wesley Children's Hospital where doctors discovered a brain bleed that required emergency surgery. Despite successful surgery to stop the bleeding, Shamar remained unconscious. His family later transferred him to Children's Mercy Hospital in Kansas City for additional treatment and a second opinion. For over a month, Shamar's parents remained steadfastly by his bedside, hoping for his recovery. His mother, Shakula Cornwell, described basketball as his entire life, saying, "If he doesn't have a practice or game, he's finding someone's practice or training or something to go to." The community rallied around the family during this difficult time, with many offering support through a GoFundMe campaign to help with medical expenses. Shamar's story touched many hearts across Kansas and beyond, with his fighting spirit and love for basketball serving as an inspiration to young athletes everywhere. Shamar's memory will live on through the countless lives he touched both on and off the basketball court, and his passion for the game will continue to inspire young players throughout the Wichita community. News 6. A tragic event in Mexico has captured global attention this week as 23-year-old beauty influencer Valeria Marquez was fatally shot while broadcasting on TikTok. The young content creator, who had amassed over 200,000 followers, was live-streaming from her beauty salon in Zapopan, Jalisco, when an armed intruder entered and opened fire. Mexican authorities are investigating the killing as a possible femicide, highlighting the country's alarming rate of gender-based violence where approximately 10 women are murdered daily. Prosecutors have indicated that Marquez appeared to have been targeted by a hitman, and reports suggest she expressed fear before the attack occurred. The shocking incident, which took place on Tuesday, May 13th, has sparked outrage across Mexico and beyond. The country's president has stated that her administration is working closely with local investigators to locate the perpetrator responsible for this senseless act of violence. Though deeply saddening, Marquez's story has brought renewed attention to the serious issue of violence against women in Mexico and the need for greater protections. Her fans and fellow content creators continue to honor her memory by sharing her positive contributions to the beauty community and advocating for change to prevent similar tragedies in the future. News 7. In a surprising turn of events for reality TV fans, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives star Jessie Ngatikara recently revealed that viewers of the hit Hulu show played a crucial role in her health journey. The 32-year-old salon owner and Jay-Z Styles hair extension co-founder shared that attentive fans noticed concerning signs about her thyroid, leading her to seek medical attention. After viewers pointed out potential health issues they observed while watching the show, Ngatikara underwent medical evaluation that resulted in having part of her thyroid removed. This remarkable example of viewer vigilance potentially helped catch a serious health condition before it progressed further. Meanwhile, Jessie has been making headlines for other reasons, as the drama-filled second season of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives premiered on May 15th. The new episodes have already sparked controversy, with Jessie addressing serious allegations regarding her relationship with Vanderpump Villa cast member Marciano Brunet in a cryptic social media post where she lip-synced to Ariana Grande's "We Can't Be Friends." The reality star has also made it clear that her friendship with fellow cast member Demi Engemann is done for good, after what she described as unforgivable behavior that allegedly targeted her business and family. In an interview, Jessie stated she would never be friends with Engemann again, adding, "And I'm a pretty forgiving person. It's a lot for me to say that." The Sommer's Mom Talk crew continues to captivate audiences with their authentic portrayal of friendship dynamics and personal challenges, proving that sometimes the most important connections we make can extend beyond the screen to touch our lives in meaningful ways. Number 1. It's all in the lyrics. That's where I say everything. Those words from Jeremy Bana Owona, best known to the world as Werenoi, say more about him than any interview ever could. The beloved French rapper, known for his powerful storytelling and raw authenticity, has passed away at the age of 31. His sudden death in Paris, after being hospitalized for cardiorespiratory arrest, has left fans and peers in mourning. He had been scheduled to perform in Lyon that very evening. Werenoi rose from Montreuil, where he was raised in a close-knit family of Cameroonian heritage. In just 4 years, he changed the French rap scene. His first song, Guadalajara, in 2021 marked the beginning of a rapid rise. By 2022, his EP Telegram had earned gold status and Solitaire went diamond. In 2023, his debut album Carré became France's top seller, featuring collaborations with some of the biggest names in the genre. The next year, Pyramide pushed the boundaries even further, pairing him with stars like Damso and Aya Nakamura. His last release, Diamant Noir, came out only weeks before his passing, a haunting final chapter to a career that still felt like it was just beginning. Werenoi wasn't just known for his music. He was admired for his mystery, his humility, and the strength of his convictions. Fiercely protective of his private life, he let his music speak volumes. With over 6.7 million monthly Spotify listeners, his voice reached far beyond the borders of France. In 2023, he was named Male Revelation of the Year at Les Flammes. The following year, he received Album of the Year, proof of both his talent and growing influence. His passing comes after a period of health concerns that had quietly shadowed his public appearances, including a missed performance and a cast worn during an awards show. His producer and close friend, Babs, shared a simple yet moving tribute. "Rest in peace, my brother. I love you. Fans continue to flood social media with their stories, lyrics, and messages of gratitude. Though he's gone far too soon, Werenoi music will continue to echo through speakers and in hearts. He gave a voice to many, inspired more, and left behind a legacy worth celebrating. Tributes to Werenoi. Tomorrow, you're always a day away. For generations, that hopeful line from Annie lifted spirits and inspired dreams.